Hello students, welcome to MJC Learn. In this video, we are going to continue our second chapter, Solutions of Chemistry. This is part 7 of this lecture. Earlier, we have completed our force colligative properties of non-electrolyte solute. What is non-electrolyte solute? Non-electrolyte solutes are solutes which do not ionize in solvent, or they neither dissociate or associate. Now, in this video, we will learn about the colligative properties of electrolyte solute which associate or dissociate in the solution. So let's begin. So topics for this video will be colligative properties of electrolytes, Ventov factor, modification of expressions of colligative property, Ventov factor and degree of dissociation. Now first let us know what is abnormal colligative property. We know that dilute solution containing non-volatile solutes exhibit some special properties which depend only upon the number of solute particles present in the solution irrespective of their nature. These properties are called as colligative properties. These are vapor pressure lowering, boiling point elevation, freezing point depression and osmotic pressure. These properties are related to one another, and if one is measured, the other can be calculated. The results are excellent if three conditions are satisfied. First, the solution should be very dilute. Second, the solution should be non-volatile. And third is the solute does not dissociate or associate in the solution. Means it should be non-electrolyte. The experimental value of colligative properties of non-volatile non-electrolyte solute in the solution resemble to the calculated value of colligative properties. However, in case of electrolyte solute in the solution, the experimental value of colligative properties are different. Such values are known as abnormal values of colligative properties. The abnormal behavior of colligative properties has been observed in the following cases. So, if we dissolve electrolyte in the solvent, it will either dissociate or associate in the solution. So, if the dissociation of the solute occurs, the solute which dissociate in the solvent shows an increase in the number of particles present in the solution. Means if AB dissociate in the solution, it will give A minus and B plus. Hence, the number of solute particles or number of particles increases. So, this gives the higher experimental value of colligative properties. Why? Because colligative properties depend on the number of solute particles. As dissociation occurs, the number of solute particles increases. So, the colligative property also increases. But if the association of solute occurs, in case of association, number of particles in the solution dissociate. Hence, experimental value of colligative properties become lower. So, the study of colligative property of electrolyte, however, require a different approach than used for the colligative property of non-electrolytes. Following are the experimental observation for colligative properties of electrolyte. So first is the solutions of electrolyte also exhibit colligative property which do not obey the relations of non-electrolyte. Second is the colligative property of solutions of electrolytes are greater than those to be expected for the solutions of non-electrolytes of the same concentration if there is a dissociation take place. Now third is the molar masses of electrolytes in the aqueous solution determined by the colligative properties are found to be considerably lower than the formula masses. Why? Because the colligative properties are inversely proportional to molar masses of the solute. So when the electrolyte solute's colligative property increases, formula masses already decreases. For example, if NaCl is dissolved in water, it will dissociate in Na plus and Cl minus ion, whereas sucrose does not dissociate. If we can say that number of moles increases in case of NaCl, means Na plus and Cl minus, hence colligative property also increases, whereas sucrose remain as it is in the solvent. So there is no change in the colligative properties as number of solute particles remains same in case of sucrose. Vent of factor I. In 1880, Vent of factor introduced a factor, that is I, known as Vent of factor, to account for the extent of dissociation and association. This factor is I. The colligative property of electrolyte may be expressed in relation to colligative property of non-electrolyte by using Vent of factor. It is defined as the ratio of colligative property of a solution of electrolyte divided by the colligative property of non-electrolyte solutions of the same concentration. Thus, we can say that I is equal to colligative property of electrolyte solution and colligative property of non-electrolyte solution of the same concentration. So here the colligative property of electrolyte solution is also called as observed colligative property, and the colligative property of non-electrolyte solution is called as theoretical colligative property. That is why, because the non-electrolyte solutions remain in a molecular state and they neither associate or dissociate. So this is the theoretical calculation, and this is the observed, means after dissociation this is the observed value. So we can say that I, that is Vent of factor, is equal to colligative property of electrolyte solution, means freezing point depression of electrolyte solution divided by freezing point depression of non-electrolyte solution, which can also be said that freezing point depression of observed solution, and this is the theoretical value of freezing point depression, which is equal to the colligative property of electrolyte, means the boiling point elevation of electrolyte solution and boiling point elevation of non-electrolyte solution, means the observed value of boiling point elevation, and this is the theoretical value of boiling point elevation, which is equal to lowering of vapor pressure of electrolyte divided by lowering of vapor pressure of non-electrolyte. This is observed and this is theoretical, which is equal to the osmotic pressure of electrolyte solution and osmotic pressure of non-electrolyte solution, which is equal to I. So Vent of factor is defined as the colligative property of electrolyte solution and colligative property of non-electrolyte solution. Colligative property is directly proportional to number of solute particles present in the solution. Hence, the Vent of factor I is also defined as an alternative but exactly equivalent manner as I, which is equal to actual moles of a particle in the solution after dissociation, means for electrolyte solutes, and moles of formula units dissolved in the solution. This is for non-electrolyte solute. So we can also say that I is equal to formula mass of a substance after dissociation and observed molar mass of a substance when we dissolve in the solution, which we can also say that I is equal to number of observed, means this is for electrolyte observed, and number of moles of a solute of non-electrolyte solute, means this is the theoretical value. So I is equal to number of moles observed and number of moles theoretical. We know that colligative property is inversely proportional to molecular masses. So Vent of factor in case of molecular masses, so Vent of factor is equal to m theoretical and m absorbed, as it is a inversely proportional. So this will be theoretical and this will be observed. Hence I is equal to 1 for non-electrolyte, and value of I for electrolyte can be 2, 3 and so on. Therefore, colligative property of electrolytes are twice, thrice respectively. These are valid only for infinitely dilute solution, where the dissociation of electrolyte is complete. So, the expression for the colligative property which we have already studied for non-electrolytes are to be modified so as to make applicable for electrolyte solution. So, these modifications are: for lowering of vapor pressure, we know that P1 naught into mole fraction is for lowering of vapor pressure, but for non-electrolyte solute. But for electrolyte solute, we have to add Vent of factor in this colligative property. So this is the modification in lowering of vapor pressure. I into P1 naught into X, which is equal to I W2 M2 divided by M2 W1. Here we can say that colligative property is inversely proportional to molar mass of a solute. Second, boiling point elevation. This is the modification for electrolyte solute in boiling point elevation, which is I into Kb into M equal to I 1000 Kb W2 divided by M2 W1. Here also the molar mass of solute is inversely proportional. Next is freezing point depression. The modification is I into KFM, which is equal to I 1000 Kf W2 divided by M2 W1. And for osmotic pressure, I MRT is equals to I W2 RT divided by M2 V. So we can observe that for non-electrolyte solute, if we have to identify the colligative property of electrolyte solute, so we can simply into Vent of factor in the colligative property of non-electrolyte solute. Vent of factor and degree of dissociation. We consider that electrolytes are comparatively dissociated or completely dissociated in their aqueous solution. This is approximately true for the solution of strong electrolyte and not for the weak electrolyte that dissociate to a very small extent. The weak electrolytes involves the concept of degree of dissociation that changes the Vent of factor. So value of Vent of factor may be used to evaluate the degree of dissociation of an electrolyte dissociation in a given solution. So consider an electrolyte AXBY that dissociate in an aqueous solution. So the electrolyte AXBY dissociate to give X ion of AY plus, which is a cation, and Y ion of BZ minus, which is anion. When dissolved, the molality of electrolyte is 1. This means that 1 mole of electrolyte AXBY is dissolved in 1 kg of a solvent. So let alpha be the degree of dissociation. So initially it is 1 mole of electrolyte. So initially it is not dissociated, so it is 0, and this is also is 0. But at equilibrium, when dissociation occurs, so this is alpha is the degree of dissociation, means alpha moles already dissociated. So 1 minus alpha, and alpha moles of solute produces X alpha moles of AY plus and Y alpha moles of BZ minus. Here Alpha is the degree of dissociation of electrolyte. Alpha X is the moles of cation. Alpha Y is the moles of anion. Hence, the total number of moles in the solution at equilibrium will be 1 minus X of AXBY and X alpha moles and Y alpha moles of BZ minus. Means the total number of moles after dissociation, this plus this and Y alpha moles. So we can say that total moles after dissociation is 1 minus alpha plus X alpha plus Y alpha. So here alpha is common, so we'll take out alpha. Here X is remaining, here Y is remaining, and if we take out alpha, here it is minus 1 and this 1 is here. So we will get 1 plus alpha in bracket X plus Y minus 1. So this we can write 1 plus alpha, this X plus Y is n minus 1. So where n, this value which is equal to X plus Y, is equal to number of moles of ion obtained from the dissociation of 1 mole of electrolyte, which means n number of moles obtained when 1 mole of electrolyte dissociated. So now the Ventov factor given by I means actual number of moles of particle in the solution after dissociation and moles of formula units dissolved in the solution. So we can write, this is the actual moles after dissociation we have already calculated, and number of moles of formula unit dissolved in the solution. If it is this is for non-electrolyte solute, means number of moles is 1. We consider number of moles is 1, and hence it is a non-electrolyte, it will not associate or dissociate, so it will remain 1. So I can be written as 1 plus alpha n minus 1. So alpha is equal to, this will go that, and this plus 1 is minus 1. So we will get degree of dissociation which is equal to I minus 1 divided by n minus 1. Further, we know that colligative property is inversely proportional to molar mass, and we have calculated that I is equal to m theoretical divided by m absorbed. So here I is equal to 1 plus alpha n minus 1. So these two will be equal. So using this we can find degree of dissociation as, this will go down, so m observed n minus 1, and this is plus 1, it will go here, it is minus, so m observed into 1, which is m observed minus theoretical value, so m theoretical minus m observed divided by m observed n minus 1. This is degree of dissociation. Let us solve one problem related to Ventov factor. Here 0.2 molar aqueous solution of KCl freezes at minus 0.680 degrees Celsius. Here aqueous solution means solvent is water, and this is for solute KCl 0.2 molar. Calculate Ventov factor and osmotic pressure of the solution at 0 degrees Celsius. Value of Kf is 1.86 Kelvin kg per mole. So solution, delta Tf, as we know, depression in freezing point is Kf into m. Delta Tf for here is, we know that depression in freezing point is equal to freezing point of solvent minus freezing point of solution. So freezing point of solvent means water is the solvent is 0 minus 0.686 degrees Celsius, which is difference is 0.680 Kelvin. Difference is same in Kelvin and in degree, as it is show the magnitude of the two temperature. M is means for solute, moles is 0.2 moles per kg. So first, this is the observed value. Now theoretical value will be Kf into M. So Kf value is given 1.86 Kelvin kg per mole into M is 0.2. So we will get 0.372 Kelvin. Now we have to find the Ventov factor. Ventov factor is observed value of freezing point depression and calculated value of freezing point depression, or theoretical value of freezing point depression. So observed value is delta TF is 0.680 Kelvin, which is we have observed here. Now calculated means theoretical value is delta TF naught. So we will write here. So it is I is equal to 0.68 Kelvin divided by 0.372 Kelvin, which is equal to 1.83. So value of I is equal to 1.83. So we have to find the osmotic pressure of the solution. So we know that osmotic pressure is MRT, which is equal to, this is molarity, number of moles divided by volume, and RT. So N2 is 0.2 moles. R, value of R is a constant, and temperature 0 degree means we have to convert it in a Kelvin. So 273 Kelvin. Volume is 1 liter. So after calculating this, we have 4.48 atmospheric pressure pi. So using Ventov factor, this is the theoretical value. We have to this is the observed value. We have to find the this pi, vapor pressure, osmotic pressure. So pi is equal to 1.83. This is we have calculated, means this is the theoretical value. We have to find the observed value. So this 4.84 go this side. So pi, which is osmotic pressure observed, is equal to 1.83 into this 4.48 atmospheric pressure. After calculating, we'll get 8.2 atmospheric pressure. So using the Ventov factor, we can find out the observed observed osmotic pressure using the theoretical value of osmotic pressure or calculated value of osmotic pressure. Thank you.